In Foodie's latest video, she pretends like she's driving through the countryside and just happens upon her favorite cheese factory. In this video, we'll read between the lines and take a closer look at what she's really saying. If you feel a bit of déjà vu, it's not just you. They were, in fact, just at the same cheese factory a few days ago. So, Foodie starts off the video talking about how she's just out for a nice little drive in the country, right? Wrong.
But I am going to introduce this episode of my channel video by saying I am en route to taking a nice drive. And so since I'm taking a nice drive in the countryside areas, I thought I would stop at St. Albert, Ontario, because you guys know I love St. Albert's. But I haven't eaten anything today yet, so I'm looking for something for lunch. I skipped breakfast, although I did wake up at like about 9 a.m. So it is 12:30 and it's a Saturday, so it's gonna be busy wherever I go.
Okay, so let's just stop right here for a second. St. Albert is a destination. She put it into her GPS. This is somewhere she plans on going. She's not just driving around.
In 500 meters, turn left. Take the next left, then your destination will be on the left.
There we go.
The interesting thing about this little white lie is that she's tying in cheese curds to her binge eating disorder.
Because for those of you who don't really understand binge eating, you might not realize how...
Continue on.
You might not realize how much of my life and of my day, of my time is spent obsessing over food or that, obsessed with food. So I'm trying to every single day, not let that win or take over. So basically that's what I'm trying to do. I'm, trying some new methods that I can talk about in another video. Of course, I want to try these things and, first before I talk about them.
Personally, I think she's having a bit of a fast food funeral. Listen to this next part where she talks about getting just a small bag of curds instead of binging on a big one.
The company is called St. Albert's Cheese Company, and they have a dairy farm, and they make fresh cheese every day on their dairy farm, and they have a store connected to their farm, and there they sell their fresh cheese. Particularly, they're popular for their fresh cheese curds. So, des grains à fromage. I don't know. It's like little curds, little grains of cheese, like little bits of cheese, fresh cheese, and they're squeaky because they're so fresh. And you can add flavor seasonings to it. I've been adding barbecue, so it's really good fresh cheese. It's a big comfort food, kind of a red light for me. So, but I'm gonna see what they have for lunch. I'm not gonna just buy a huge bag of curds like I would do in the past and just like binge on all of them. If I do get curds, it is going to be the smallest bag, and I'll eat a few and share with family or something like that. But their blocks of cheese are good. They have all kinds of other little things that they make there. They have a restaurant as well now. They have ice cream. They have a restaurant, and their restaurant serves different things like poutine, of course, poutine. Sometimes, one time I went there, they had like a special of the day, which was like this macaroni. So I checked the menu at the restaurant and nothing appealed to me. It was all like burgers, poutine, and pizza, and I don't feel like eating that right now. So I have a water, and I got a small bag of cheese curds. Everything all together was like $8 Canadian. So what I do is I open the cheese like that, pretty easy to open. And then I add about maybe half of this barbecue seasoning. This is what a cheese curd looks like on its own. Bismillah. It's squeaky. Mmm. And now, whoops, I poured the whole thing by accident. I hope they're not too barbecue salty. Gotta mix them around well. The whey mixes with the barbecue kind of and makes like a sauce on them. The fresh whey. They were stacking these curds. They were fresh off from the manufacturer area. You can't get any more fresh than this cheese. Mmm. Barbecue curds. This is my lunch, I guess.
Okay, so did you catch that? She poured in half of the seasoning, said, oh, might as well, and then she poured in the other half of the seasoning. Everything about this whole trip was a complete farce. She went to St. Albert just to get the cheese curds. She put it in her GPS and everything. She drove 40 minutes out of her way to get them, went ahead and lied about seasoning them with all the salt in the world, and then proceeded to eat them, rolling her eyes. It's so clear that this is just yet another indulgent food trip, one where she's going out to seek something that she wants to eat, eating it, and then lying to herself and the audience about it. The weird thing for me is that she's doing all of this for essentially something as unremarkable as cheese curds. On their own, this 200-gram bag of cheese curds is 680 calories. But then, when you dump on a whole package of barbecue dry rub, I'm showing you something similar from Weber. All it is a big bag of fat and salt. I really can't help but think that she's just trolling. She says that we simply don't understand how much time she spends trying to resist food, but she also doesn't spend any time trying to channel it into something healthier like, I don't know, cooking at home? Going to Adonis and getting lighter foods? Drop me a line in the comments and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you.